Hello, everybody. I'm Hawk,
This is Lady Hawk.
and this is
Hawk Talk.
Hok Talk.
So I have been reading about these celebrity relationships, marriages, whatever. And because this is a channel about blended families and things like that, those kinds of things interest me. Does not interest Hawk at all.
Oh,
But
hell no.
I force him into these conversations. So I've been all on the Travis Kelsey Taylor Swift drama.
You and everybody else in the world.
But to pivot away from that, let's just talk about what a psychological terrorist Taylor Swift is by putting Sophie Turner, her ex boyfriend's soon to be ex wife, in a home so that she has somewhere to be with her children in the US. Can we just talk about that?
No,
Because that's pretty.
I'm sick of hearing about Taylor Swift
Oh
and
my
football.
gosh, I love Taylor Swift. And
I think she's just friends with those people and is just supporting her friends. I don't think she's a psychological terrorist. I think she's just being a good friend.
she wasn't being a friend to Sophie Turner. Not at all. Sophie talked crap about her when she released that song that was meant to be it was meant to be a diss to Joe when they broke up before, but she never released it. So she released it as part of her, Taylor's version album. And Sophie did not like that
Well, she was
because
standing by her husband at
she
the
was
time.
standing by her husband.
So that can't be taken as anything.
No, but what I'm saying is they weren't previously friends.
No, but they could have become friends afterwards. Is what
Well,
I'm saying.
and I love Taylor Swift. Help the redhead out. And who likes Joe Jonas anyway? So there you go.
Who likes the Jonas Brothers?
I like the Jonas Brothers. I don't like Joe.
Okay.
He's the only one I do not like.
I don't know any of them, so I wouldn't know at all.
Well, yeah. And then Joe got all caught up because he tried to say in the initial court proceedings that he never intended to live in the UK. And then Sophie turns over this letter he wrote to a realtor in which they bought a home in the UK from, saying that this was going to be their permanent placement. So I'm all in it. Like, I'm just invested in this whole situation. And I didn't get the one I wanted. Aw. You did.
Yep.
Rude.
It's not a hole in one, though. It's not guaranteed. You get I mean, it's really the same damn thing. Maybe? Oh, I didn't hit hard enough.
I got a birdie.
Bastard. It just sets you up for a nice second shot. It doesn't guarantee a damn thing.
So Hawk and I are on multiple marriages. I say multiple because I've had more than two. He's had two. And so we came into this relationship
Crap.
with children, each of us.
We had baggage.
And now we have baggage of our own.
Oh, I almost made it across on the second try.
So our baby together is now 7. He constantly informs me he is not a baby.
Oh, he's absolutely a baby.
But when I offer to have another baby to replace the fact that he's no longer my baby, he does not appreciate that too much. So, then baby boy lets me baby him. He also may or may not have pinky sworn me that he could continue to be rocked through his 40s.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. We all know that.
Oh, no, because he'll meet an evil woman who will decide that she's more important than me.
That's life.
I know. I do promise that I will not put him in a situation where he has to choose between me and his wife.
He promises not to put you in a group home.
He's not going to worry about that because it's not going to be up to him. There's 2 other females that will have a whole lot of say before he ever thinks about it.
Sure. They should make you handle it. It's your mother.
I'm all of their mother.
Yeah, so we have that, our blended family.
Yes. But blended or not, the little girl that he brought into this marriage is my child.
Yeah, that happens.
She talks like me sometimes. She acts like me sometimes. I will forever claim her. And then there's the feral one, and that's the one I gave birth to. And she's just on her own little agenda at all times. Not in a bad way.
It depends on the day and agenda.
But she's 12. And so, oh my
You gotta
goodness.
send it.
I did not realize that.
I did.
She is 12 and she knows everything. So, it's fine. So we got the baby. We've got the almost adult.
Yeah, spectrum is what we got.
And then we got the 12-year-old who, the best way I can describe her is like Scrat from Ice Age.
No, she's basically the dog from Up.
Oh, no. Doug is so cute. Doug's not hyper. Doug's just dumb.
Well, that squirrel's a squirrel, so he's hyper focused on that acorn.
Yeah, but baby girl is not dumb. She's
She's not hyper focused on one thing, so she's not
there's
the
the
squirrel.
ADHD section, and then I also think that perhaps she's just like an artist. Like she cannot be on time for anything. She's just happy-go-lucky, and oh no.
Bye.
Oh no. That was not what I intended. Now, little boy is highly, highly intelligent, highly sensitive. He will tell you if you've hurt his feelings. He's very big with words. But he's also a Cancer, and those Cancer men are the emotional ones.
Oh, whatever.
So, unlike the Aquarius that I'm married to, what's that song? What's
What?
your sign?
I have
I'm
no
a
idea.
Cancer.
I have no idea. Yeah, there's the kids. There's us. There's the desert lifestyle.
We live in Arizona.
Since when?
I am an Arizona native, third generation Arizona native. This guy was born in California because he's a military baby.
Well, kind of. Not like I moved around. I moved like a couple of times, but it wasn't even in the military.
No, but you were born in California because of the military. So,
Yep. It's 7 years, 1 month, and 10 days. And I got out. Done with that.
fun fact, Hok's been married twice, and both of his baby mamas were C-section mamas, so he never got to experience anything but that.
And?
I just found that interesting because I remember when I was first single after having my daughter in my previous marriage, and I had a C-section, and I kept thinking, I'm gonna have to find a guy that doesn't care. Like, they're not gonna like the fact that my belly looks like this from having a C-section and blah, 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 blah. First of all, come to find out, guys don't care.
So close. Almost made it.
Second of all, I ended up with a guy who had a C-section baby mama before me. So it worked out.
Yeah, it happens.
But he also got to experience the C-section this time, which he did not get to do previously. So that was kind of, something that we got to share together that we didn't previously get to share. And I value that.
It was interesting. For sure.
Yeah, he got to tell me about the entire process, which was really creepy because I've never heard the entire process.
It was fun stuff. I don't mind all that. I had some medical training in the Navy. All some gross things. Been down that rabbit hole.
Aw. Yeah, our son was born. I remember, so he was due the day after he was born. And the day before, I had a very time consuming job. I was working a lot, even pregnant. The day that I had my son, I was texting a physician about something that needed to be taken care of on the way to the hospital. So I worked a lot. I did a lot of, things. I enjoyed my job. And so I worked up until the day that I had my son. But I go in for, well, the day before, I'm not feeling well. And I'm like, "Ugh, this baby is going to come." And my husband was sick. He had like a flu or something. And all of a sudden, he spiked this 103-degree fever. And I'm like, I'm having this baby by myself. And he's like, no, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. And this was pre-COVID. So we didn't have to worry about all of the guidelines. If you had like a little hiccup, it was a problem and they weren't going to let you come and they were going to make you test and everything else. We didn't have those issues, luckily, because homeboy had a fever the night before, gets up the next morning, takes me to the hospital to have this baby. Somehow he was fine.
Did I win yet?
No.
Need that damn canoe in the lake. Practicing on that. I got a few months.
Yeah, Hawk
Canoe trip
has
coming up pretty
canoe
soon, and I
trip
got to get in
planned with
shape for it.
his
'Cause
uncle.
I'll tell it. You told everything else. Yeah. So family issues led to estrangements. Long story. Another day. Well, basically, back a long time ago when I was in middle school, did a canoe trip with my uncle in upstate New York, and I haven't really done anything since. And got back with him. Oh crap, that's stupid. We've been talking to them like once a week now. My aunt and uncle, they travel the country and do all sorts of odd jobs, and I don't travel as much as they used to. I think they're pretty stationary now.
Yeah, they finally settled
But
down.
he's still doing canoe trips and all this stuff, and so he's pitched a couple ideas. And I think next year, hopefully in springtime, went up to like the Moab area and do the Green River. So I got some work to do. Not a canoe, but a used one to just go paddle around with. I was sick last week and didn't get to go. Hopefully, I can go this week because it's cool enough now where any time of the day is fine. So I'm gonna start doing that pretty soon.
Well, and to piggyback off of that, Hawk really, he didn't know his dad.
I still
So
don't know my dad.
his gramps and his uncle were kind of the main focal point for him as far as the men in his life go and things like that. And for years, I've heard stories about his time with his uncle doing different things, trips, camping,
Oh, snow.
fishing, whatever. And it
Ridiculous.
just made my heart so happy to know not only is the relationship being mended, as far as his aunt and uncle go, but also just having those moments back and those experiences. I want him to have those things. I want you to have those things. And so to know that you are getting to experience those things and that you have somebody in your life again that is is so important and has been so important is just it matters to me as your wife. So I'm just really happy about that whole thing.
And it's just good to have a goal. I think mostly with
Yeah.
just in general. I mean,
The big thing was I have felt like, especially in the last several years,
oh mother.
Hawk hasn't always had the cheering squad he deserves. He has me and the kids. And I don't like that. That's not what I want for him. And right after he finished his degree over the summer, his uncle had reached out and just told him he was proud of him. And I know it meant something to Hawk, but it meant so much to me too, because I feel like you need that. You know, you need that extra support. It can't just be me and the kids for the rest of your life.
Yeah. No, they're like I said, they're around, and we'll do stuff and whatever's.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just whatever, one day at a time. See what happens,
Yep,
and
it
then
is.
go from there. But like I said, I got one goal right now. That's just canoeing, get used to canoeing again, and then
Get in shape
go
and
out and do that, get endurance up because I don't think it's a high altitude, but even then I don't want to be not AFK. Shut up. I want to be out of shape when I do these things. Oh crap, that's terrible.
I did not hit this where I wanted to hit it at all.
2 more holes here. Ding. So yeah, it'll be fun. And then I got that sand roll project gotta start working on pretty soon.
With the oldest.
Yeah. I need to get a motor stand. That's what I need to get because that'll make it easier. I got the motor stand. I got to weld some things together. I think I might do that this weekend is try to weld those things and then.
Yeah. So the oldest child.
Yeah.
Is a girl.
Crazy for a second.
And she plans to go to school to be a diesel mechanic. So obviously we're not raising pansies around here. They want to actually do things that the boys do, which I appreciate and I value because I was always a tomboy. She still does the makeup and the hair and the nails, but she's not a pansy girl for sure.
We can go fish. See what the weather's like. Maybe Pleasant will be cool enough we can go fish up there.
When, this weekend?
A lot closer. Sure, it would kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Oh. Dang it, yeah, I was so close.
I think it's just past the number.
Now it is.
Now it is exactly where we hit it before. Now we're out of line.
Dang it. It went over.
I didn't hit it hard enough. This is the worst hole ever because you just overthink the crap out of it. Nope, not going to that one. Nope. Let's go to the far one. Yeah, why not? You screwed up. Let's make it worse. Stupid game. It's so dumb. End up in the same spot anyways. Stupid. Bet 1,000 for screwing this up. Ah. Oh yeah, that slow little golf clap.
What?
Tap,
tap, tap, tap.
Yeah, tap, 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 tap. Yeah, the coughs are really annoying. The coughs are probably the worst. So this one goes. So last hole. I'm gonna wrap this up here in a minute. Blind luck. I think that.
So Hawk and I often have these conversations about, celebrities and their personal life.
Hole in one.
He gets very upset with me because if some celebrity cheats on their spouse, I don't want to watch their movies. I don't want to.
Yeah, I couldn't care less.
Yeah. So we have these constant conversations. The one that we finally agree on is Chris Pratt.
No, I agreed he was a douche the whole time.
And
it's not getting anything wrong, but I'm not gonna let him being a douche distract me or just detract from the characters.
No, and okay, so I can appreciate that. The fact that I just have a really hard time watching him. If a movie was just about him, I could not watch it. Like,
I don't think he's been in a movie where it's just him.
No, but I'm just saying I couldn't because I find him despicable. I think he's gross. It finally took Hawk hearing him say derogatory things about his child before he finally agreed with me because the cheating was not enough, which
everyone in Hollywood does that shit.
That's sus. Let me just tell you.
That's the whole, I mean, there was the whole, hold on. I gotta disconnect. Or start doing something else. No, there was the whole everyone sleeps around to get up in Hollywood, all that crap, right? There was that whole thing. And then everyone cheats. There was always the whole stigmas with that industry. It's So it's not a surprise because that's been going on since day one.
And I know it's not a surprise. That's not the
I
problem.
agree a lot of things need to change, but those are personal matters between those people, so I don't
Mhm.
care because they're personal matters. When it comes public and you're doing other things and disparaging people that haven't done anything,
Yep.
that's stupid. But as far as like the infidelities and all that crap, whatever, let them
I
deal
just
with
think
it.
it speaks to who you are as a person.
I also don't think I have all the information, so I can't make a judgment on that.
Oh, well.
Because there's two sides to those stories, and then there's the truth.
We'll talk about the Maroon 5. We'll talk about Adam Levine next time.
I couldn't care less about that.
We can talk about that next
Couldn't
time.
care less.
I know, but we're going to talk about it.
We're going to have to take notes.
I got notes.
Eventually, we will actually write a script.
Yes, we will.
We will eventually have a script. So this isn't all just like, hey.
Yep, that's true.
We'll figure it out. This is more fun, though, I think, if anybody's trying to do just getting on a microphone and just talking and recording with the aspirations of somebody listening is also just fun to do on a weekday or whatever. If you just, it's also a good way to get your wife to play video games with you.
That's true. He's a cheater.
I can't cheat in this game. I can't mod. I can't. I tried.
All right, guys.
That will do it for us for today.
Aw, Potato, why you gotta be so cute?